Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David,
I'm Mary.
and this is where we talk all things Star Wars. And of course, before we get started, let's celebrate all our top tier Patreon supporters out there, starting with Liam McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Matt Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Rush Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, Indiana Solo, and BC Doomit. See what I did there?
I did. I did.
LegionSabers.com also. Check them out. We're going to be in Vegas with them at the end of April. So come check out the booth. Come check us out. We're going to have some awesome swag for you. I might show it here on the podcast because I think I have it right next to me. It just arrived in the mail. But if you decide to buy a saber online rather than at Vegas, you can use the code STUFF at checkout for 15% off at LegionSabers.com. All your lightsaber needs, they can be met there.
I wore my Ahsoka lightsaber necklaces from Legion Sabers to the parks the other day. I got so many compliments.
Oh, cool.
They were like, "Where'd you get that?" And I was like, "Legion Sabers. Use stuff. Get 15% off."
Yeah, big thank you to everyone that showed up. We advertised it on all of our social media that Mary was going to be at Disneyland this weekend at specific times, at specific spots. And you showed up and you got stickers from the podcast.
Stickers.
So, yeah, awesome. Any stories you want to share with us, Mary, before we get started from your adventure at Disneyland?
What happened at Disneyland? I met a lot of cool people. I got to meet Ahsoka. No, I got a Chewie hug. That was nice. I got a nice big Chewbacca hug. What else did I do? Just kind of hung out. It was a good time. Tried some foods. Met people. Yeah.
And it was for Ahsoka Tano Day. It wasn't just a normal day.
Yes. It was Ahsoka Tano Day. Ashley Eckstein usually goes to it, but I think she's like on a cruise right now, like a Star Wars cruise or something like that. I thought I saw it on her social media, but she usually goes. She went to the Florida Ahsoka Tano Day. For this one, there was a meetup in the marketplace. Lots of great people in costume. And then there was a picture in front of the Millennium Falcon with everybody in costume. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, Ahsoka Tano Day. Next year, be there. I'll be back with more stickers.
On Ahsoka Tano Day? I can't even say Ahsoka. Yeah. Ahsoka Tano? Why can't I say that? I don't know.
Say it 5 times fast.
No. I'm like, I'll just put the picture up.
There you go.
Put the original picture up.
Aw. The original concept for Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. And there they are. So I wonder if Ariana Greenblatt's going to come back at any point here.
I think so. I mean, it'd be really weird if she was not in Ahsoka season 2.
You know what? I think we failed to mention her to Bob for SpaceCon.
Yeah, she would be a good one.
I think she'd be really good. Yeah, essentially, I think the last podcast we did, we announced Jimmy Smits, and he's going to be there along with Ivana Sakno, and of course, Hayden Christensen, Ian McDermott, Daniel Logan, Giancarlo
Daniel
Esposito.
Logan's doing Fan Appreciation Friday, right?
Yes, and so is Giancarlo Esposito, which I think are all sold out by this point. They have to be.
Ooh,
I'd be very surprised if there are any available. But
if there are, grab them. $35.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of like a mainstay at SpaceCon.
Yeah.
Plus, Giancarlo Esposito is also going to be at Rebel ScumCon.
Yep.
So we'll get to see him twice. Um, Rebel Scum Con did a really interesting live stream where they actually had Brendan Wayne on,
Nice. I
and
am so excited for that.
he's going to be there definitely. And he had some really interesting things to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, like anything he said, it wasn't like super, like to me, it was a lot of information, but I didn't see
Yeah.
anyone print it or put it on a website or anything. But yeah, he did talk about some interesting things about the Mando Grogu film. Um,
Y-
Also, Lateef Crowder, he's also in the
yes.
film. I guess, I guess non-spoiler
Doing
alert.
stunts.
Yeah, you'd figure he would be in there. And
Yeah.
of course, he's going to be at Rebel Scum Con. They made that announcement. And Rebel Scum Con will be in August. Also,
I think
they
this is
let.
the most information I've gotten about the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I'm
Well,
so serious. This is the most information I've gotten about this movie is that they're going to be in it.
technically, that you can say.
Technically.
So, yeah, Lateef Crowder's going to be there. Brendan Wayne's going to be there. They also said that. Why am I blanking on his name?
Oh no.
He's been on the podcast before.
Oh no. That's even worse.
I'm blanking.
Get it together, David.
Yeah, I'm blanking on the name.
Do you need to look it up real quick?
God, I'm getting old. The actor that played that was actually physically in the suit for the Mandalorian. I'm totally blanking. Anyone in chat, can they help me?
Brendan and it's Brendan and what's his face, right?
Yeah, but not the actual Mandalorian.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. We were just talking about him.
Yeah, why can't
He
I
was
remember?
there. He was at a con a couple years ago and you met him, Bobby or something.
No, not Bobby. I guess, yeah. Let me look it up.
Yeah. Watch it as Bobby.
So yeah, if you go to rebelscumconventions.com, you can actually look up all the info for this year's convention. It's August 7th through 9th, and they have a convenient hyperlink here that says guests, and you can actually go to. So the thing why I brought this up was the fact that he is not listed as a guest, but he is kind of going to be hanging around, which he kind of did.
Nice.
He's done every Rebel Scum Con I've gone to. He kind of like is hanging out, and you can actually talk to him. But they also announced Dan Fogler from
I saw
Fanboys,
that.
and they also announced Sam Huntington from Fanboys.
Saw that.
And both of them are going to be there every single day at Rebel Scum Con.
That's exciting.
And I'm trying. They used to have it set up where you could see the previous guests
Ooh.
who've been on
Well,
here.
I thought Rebel Scum Con, like their whole thing is they don't bring back repeat guests, right?
Yeah, they said that, and I'm like, I wouldn't make that rule.
Well,
But
I mean, I like
okay,
it.
I
I
see his
think it
name.
sucks if like if I can't make it and I really wanted to meet that person, then I go, oh, like maybe I'll meet them next year and stuff. But at the same time, I get it because then now it's like new people in Star Wars, new people in different fandoms that I would get to meet if we didn't always bring back the same, you know? So I get both ends of it.
Yeah, so the actor, I think he's retired MMA fighter, Tate Fletcher.
Mm.
He was
Fletcher,
Paz Vizsla. I don't know why I blanked on that
Yes.
name, but he's going to be there. And I'm not sure they were supposed to make that announcement, but it did happen. He will be there, as well as someone named Maria Sandoval. Are you familiar with her?
No.
She works on all the hair for every Disney Plus show.
Oh, cool.
So she'll be walking around, maybe doing some hair. I know Bobby was joking around that he was going to get his hair done by
I want to
Maria.
get my hair
So
done.
yeah.
I can get it
So
all
yeah,
braided up.
there's lots of like, and see the thing about Rebel Scum Con that it feels like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. It still kind of has that charm about it that I think that Celebration did have back when it
Mm-hmm.
launched, when it was kind of relatively new and a lot of people didn't know about it. I think it still kind of has that, and there's just all the celebrities are just kind of walking around and stuff, and um, it's just cool, you know. It's just kind
I'm
of like hanging
excited.
out. Yeah,
I think it'll be a good time.
yeah,
Because that one, I think me and you are going to that one
yeah. I think the whole podcast will be there except for Craig, maybe.
for Rebel.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought that one was just. I thought that one that was me and you one, and like maybe Adam.
Unless I'm getting it wrong, I
I
know
know
that
we're all going to be at
Space Con will be
SpaceCon.
all of us, and then
Correct.
Rebel Scum Con will be me, you, James. I think Craig's not going to go because I think he said it's too because he's going to San Diego Comic Con, I believe, possibly.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't go, he might go to Rebel Scum Con. I don't know,
I want to
Craig, if you're
convince him to come
watching.
to the Craig, if you're watching. I kind of want I really want all of us to be at the Lucasfilm Museum opening. I think that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's the next month, so September.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
that happens. That all works out. But to the news here. So in the title
To the
here,
news.
we have a new CEO named. So there was a joke that was kind of going around. What's up, Darth Ace? Um, that was kind of like, I don't know,
Somehow she's returned.
but yeah, yeah, like concerning. People were asking, is this true? But there's people made, I guess, memes of it. I don't know, but they
I
weren't
didn't
really
see any
memes. So
memes.
yeah, people were just
Oh
saying,
man, you
like,
have to send
you
me
would see
those.
online occasionally, okay, so Kathleen Kennedy stepped down from being president of Lucasfilm, but she might take over Bob Iger's job of being CEO of Disney. So that didn't happen. So Kathleen Kennedy is still going to produce. Um,
Yeah.
but they did announce today that we did get somebody that was actually that's familiar to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Mary knows stuff about this guy. So the new CEO is Josh. How do you say his last name? Diamaro?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow. Okay. And there's a story that comes to us from Star Wars Newsnet that I'm going to read here. Disney names Josh D'Amaro next chief executive officer, succeeding Bob Iger. With Bob Iger set to depart the Walt Disney Company as chief executive officer later this year, the board has announced that Josh D'Amaro, the current chairman of Disney and Experiences, will succeed him. On top of that, Dana Walden, the current TV chief and thought to be runner-up, was named president and chief creative officer. So you can see a picture of them two on the screen right now. The two will start in their new jobs on March 18th, the day of the company's annual shareholder meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That day, Damaro will also be named to the company's board. Iger will continue to serve as senior advisor and a member of the Disney board until his
Ugh,
retirement from the company on December
there's no getting
31st,
rid of him.
2026.
There's no
Well,
getting
just in
rid of him.
case there's like a Chapek situation or something. I don't know.
Ugh.
The company
Well,
added an announcement.
I'll get into it later. Go ahead.
Tomorrow has been considered the front runner for a while, which I
Yeah.
wasn't really privy to, but
Yeah, that was a big conversation. Like when Chapek was running things, everyone wanted Iger back. And then everyone's
mhm.
like, Iger, from the start when he came back, he's like, I'm only doing this for a year. I want to retire, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But then he got nervous because he didn't want another Chapek situation. So from that moment, everyone was like, it should be Josh. It should be Josh. It should be Josh because Josh is kind of like a media sweetheart. Like he's a very charming dude. Like I have met him in the parks and stuff. Like he will walk around the parks just hanging out and stuff. If you say hello to him, he will stop everything he's doing and come talk to you. It doesn't matter who you are or anything and stuff like that. Like he is very involved with people and he's very, very nice and stuff. So he's kind of like everyone's top choice because he's very charming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he I do recognize him from other things. I think he's done like
Hmm.
presentations or something.
Lots of presentations, a lot of the social media photographs from any event at the park. Because he originally was running Disneyland. He was the executive chief of like Disneyland Entertainment and all those things. And then eventually took care of both parks and the cruise line and all the entertainment and merchandise. So all the Disney merchandise that you love is because of him. He greenlights all that.
Okay.
Yeah, brought a lot of the Tokyo Disney merchandise over to the States as well. Worked with them on it.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a good move.
Mhm.
Also, Tomorrow has been considered the front runner for a while. Bloomberg reported on February 1st that he was close to being announced, but the sentiment across Hollywood has been for a while that he would prevail over his supposed rival, Dana Walden, co-chairperson of Disney Entertainment. Disney named James Gorman chairman in late 2024 with the purpose that he would lead a search committee for the next CEO to avoid the embarrassment of what happened the first time Iger stepped down. Gorman had previously overseen the succession at Morgan Stanley, where the runner up to the CEO position also got a promotion within the company. He says, I'm immensely grateful to the board for entrusting me with leading a company that means so much to me and millions around the world. Disney's strength has always come from other people and the creative excellence that defines our stories and experiences. There's no limit to what Disney can achieve, and I'm excited to work with our teams across the company and brilliant creative partners to honor Disney's remarkable legacy while continuing to innovate, grow, and deliver exceptional value for our customers and shareholders. I also want to
Okay.
express my gratitude to Bob Iger for his generous mentorship, his friendship, and the profound impact of his leadership. Were you going to say something there?
Are you ready for the rant?
Not quite.
It's not a rant.
Demaro joined Disney in 1998 and has been chairman of the Disney experiences since 2020. This includes overseeing the Disney parks, that is 12 parks and 57 resort hotels. He is also leading the charge for the construction of a new theme park coming to Abu Dhabi. He also leads
Mhm.
Disney consumer products and Walt Disney Imagineering, as well as a Disney signature experiences, which includes the Disney Cruise Line. He said in a statement on the announcement, which I just read. All right. What's the rant all about?
Um, I'm giggling at a text message we just got. Okay. Here's the rant. Josh, okay. I love the parks. I am a shareholder. Like I have stock, everything. I thoroughly enjoy the Disney parks. I've been to many of them. I think the last two left on my list are the two in China. So I'm a big Disney fan. And I've had a Magic Key or annual pass for the last 15 years of my life. So when I say I have seen the park change from its heyday or from like the slums to its heyday and then to what it is now, um, I I think Josh is a great person. I think he will always be profit first. So, like, I have some serious concerns, like, the quality of food has gone down in the parks versus the prices have gone up, right? Live entertainment has been slashed by over 75% in the parks. Like, he is very much focused on, like, how do we turn a profit? The reservation system, he is a very big, like, front runner to keeping the reservation system at the Disneyland parks because it helps them plan labor, costs, product, etc. And Steph, business wise, he makes a lot of great decisions for the business. My stock finally saw some action because this last quarter is the first quarter the company as a whole was profitable versus the last 5, 6 years, it has been neutral, stable. The parks are what's keeping this company alive. Like we all know, like the
Wow.
streaming, they're not making a lot of money and stuff. So, like, I'm very curious if this guy's mental thought process is how do we save money? How do we stay profitable? What does that mean for experiences for guests? What does that mean when it comes to movies and shows? How much control is he actually going to have over that versus Dave and Brennan,
Hmm.
right? If we already know Bob Iger said no to The Hunt for Ben Solo because he couldn't even think of how this could make sense, what is Josh going to do when he's the type of person that is how do we create a bigger bottom line?
Yeah. I was thinking earlier today that if this guy, because I saw your comments on the text thread we have,
Mhm.
and I mean, if he has, and then what you just said about bringing over the merchandise from Tokyo,
Yeah.
and then approving certain, I mean, of course, like the merch could be better, but I mean, it's pretty solid right now. If
Yeah.
if he takes
He's really
that
good with that.
approach with the films, um, I don't know. We could be in pretty good hands, and if he's all about making money, if that's like his goal, if that's like his main thing, there's so much just sitting there at his feet that they can
Mhm.
just make billions of dollars. We've talked about it so many times on previous podcasts, but there's so many ideas that he could just greenlight. Um,
I guess
and
for
I
me, it's
hope he's
like
not.
he'll green light things, but
Yeah,
what is he
that's
gonna do for the production of things? It's like, well, no, you can't spend this is your budget, right? You
well,
can't use
yeah,
this, you can't
that's
do
fine
that.
too. I mean, you can still make great Star Wars stuff with a small budget. I mean, you
Yeah.
could just. I mean, technology is getting way better. It's exponentially growing like it always has. Um, I mean, theoretically, I mean, he could go to Lucasfilm and kind of like reassess the situation there, essentially, right?
I mean, I guess the question is like how much say control does he have as the CEO when it
Right.
comes to like Lucasfilm and Lucasfilm projects? Is it a simple like, hey, here's the story, this is what we're gonna do, this is our cost, etc. This is what hi Crystal. This is all the things, and he goes, yes or no? Or does he go, okay, try it?
Yeah, we're in a totally new era. Filoni's there along with Lin Brennan, and then we have the new CEO.
Josh.
I've been waiting for this time actually to see what changes they could make, changes for the better. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff out there that they can do that they can
Yeah.
just make huge money. Um, they got the two projects that are definitely happening outside of. Well, I mean, I guess they could technically put them on hold or put them on the shelf or whatever. But I mean, definitely Mando Grogu, of course, that's happening, and then
Yeah.
Starfighter's happening, and
Yep.
then you got Shadow Lord coming out on
Ahsoka
Disney Plus.
season 2.
Ahsoka season 2, yeah, that's pretty much in the can, and we're just waiting on a date, right?
Am I
Um,
remembering this wrong? I thought I read this somewhere, or I don't know if it was a conversation we've had or something where they were saying like they're no longer only going to make one season, see how it goes, and then greenlight the next one. It's going to always be written out to be a 2 season series moving forward with like the Star Wars shows.
As far as Ahsoka goes,
No, as far as any Star Wars shows that come out.
uh,
I don't know if I'm remembering that
I
wrong
don't think
or
that's set in stone, but I
got
do
it.
remember seeing something like that. But see,
Okay.
the question is, did Filoni know kind of that he was in line for succession for a
Yeah.
while because
They
they
have
plan?
to. They have to know.
Hmm,
There
I'm
it's
not sure
not
about
a,
that.
it's not a surprise party. They're not going to let him walk into a room a day before an
Well,
announcement.
what I'm saying is, did they let him know years in advance? Not, of course, they let him know like a few weeks in advance. Hey, look, and offered him the job and everything, and see if he was going to take it, and see if he had give him time to sleep on it or whatever. But because they announced his like Heir of the Empire movie like a long time
Mm,
ago, which was going to be like the whole like lead up to the Favloniverse stuff. And now it's kind of like, is that like up in the air now? I don't know
no.
exactly what the situation with that is because if he didn't know this was going to happen, I mean, we all kind of assumed it and talked about it. There was a rumor mill about Kathleen Kennedy stepping down, but it's one of those things. Like, okay, so what's the reality of the situation? Um, is he gonna kind of step back from maybe having his hands so much in the whole thing they started in 2019 with the Mandalorian, and then it became Ahsoka and Book of Boba Fett and all
No
this other
way.
stuff? Because, like you said, Disney Plus isn't making money, so they're gonna have to
It's
do
not.
more film stuff and concentrate on more park stuff.
And I think that's why Josh has been like like I said earlier, he's been like the front runner to take over for Iger. And I think Iger finally is kind of like, all right, well, let's have Josh do it. Then like he's now gained enough experience in this like not just Disneyland park, but like company wide like role that he's is currently still in, I guess, that he's moving out of. But I think, like you said, it's more about the parks, etc., things like that. And he is a parks experience guy. And I think the parks make the most money. They're the ones carrying the weight for the company. They're doing so well, they're building a whole nother one.
Hmm.
So it's is it gonna be less movies, more park experiences?
How many people can get into the parks in a single day?
I know they have a cap limit. I honestly don't know what it is though. But with the reservation system, there's no way to know it anymore. Because before the reservation system, I remember days where I would go and they'd be like, "We're at capacity." Like New Year's Eve was a at capacity day. Christmas Eve was always an at capacity day and stuff. And I don't remember what the number was. I feel like it was something ridiculous, like 35,000 or something. But
And what?
I could just be remembering wrong.
Okay, so if it's 35,000, how much is the average ticket to get in?
Depends on the day. So if you go during a weekday during down season, you're looking at $104. If you're looking at high season on a weekday, you're looking at $200. On the weekends, you're looking at 250.
Okay, so the minimum amount of money they would make if they sell out on a weekday is $3.6 million.
And that's not including parking. Right now, parking is $40 a car. So let's say four people to a car. Like literally, as soon as you pull up, you are spending 40 bucks just to put your car between two lines.
Right, but then you got to pay everyone.
And that's where everything becomes so costly, right?
Right,
You've got like thousands of people working each day.
and for Disneyland in California, they're working Californian minimum wage, right?
California. Yeah, which I believe right now is 16.90 in LA.
Whoa.
I'm not sure what it is in Orange County, but that's LA. And then if you go out of LA, it's 16.50. And if
Oh,
you
wow.
are working with fast food, it's $20.
Wow. That's
Yeah, so
incredible.
minimum wage in California can be a lot of different things depending where you are and what industry you're working in. Also, the other thing to keep in mind with that is like a lot of the workers at Disneyland and California Adventure are union. Like all the entertainment, I believe majority of them are union
Right.
and stuff.
So
So they have to work certain hours and they have to work certain days and things like that and make a certain amount.
you want to know what minimum wage right now in Texas is?
$3.
You're close.
6.90.
7.25.
Oh no. Oh no. How? How are you? Oh, hey.
Look who
Turn
joined
off
us,
your
Craig
Bible.
5,
Hello. Can you
on a severe delay.
hear me?
No.
We're talking about minimum wage, Craig.
Uh-oh.
What's
So
minimum
when I
wage in
started,
Florida?
Can you hear me?
there's a super huge delay.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're
Okay,
okay
and
now.
I think you're caught up now. So what I was going to say was when I started working back in the 1900s, minimum wage was $6.50
Yeesh.
or $6, $6, $6.25. So that's when I started working in 1997, 98.
I started
So,
working in 2005. I don't know what minimum wage
and then
was
when I
then.
left minimum wage in like the year 2000, I think it was 7.25. So Texas's minimum wage has not changed since the year 2000. For 26 years, it's been the same.
Okay. Well, I
Am
started
I
working
still
in
on a delay?
2000. No,
No, you're good now.
I'm good?
in
Okay.
2005, minimum wage in California was $6.75.
No.
So in 11 years, it's gone up $10.15.
Not nearly at the rate of inflation and the cost of
No,
living.
no. We were
What have
talking
we been
about like
talking
the
about
cost
tonight?
for the park. We're right now we're talking about Josh D'Amaro taking over as CEO of Disney. And what does that mean for Star Wars? Does that mean less movies, more park experiences? And I know the first thing you're going to bring up is the Galactic Cruiser and how that got shut down in 1 year under his reign.
Josh, buddy, let me set you straight here, playa. You want that money? You want my money? Believe me, I want to give you my money, Josh. Listen to me. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the camera. Josh, I want to give you my money. Take my money. You got to do a few things for me here. Got to give me some original trilogy stuff at the parks. I'll give you that money. Reopen the hotel. Have it in the Mandalorian timeline. Knock 20% off the price. You'll have my money. I'll be back. I went to the Star Cruiser. I enjoyed it. But I want to see stormtroopers from the original trilogy. Darth Vader. Have Darth Vader board the ship.
That'd be so cool.
Have there was a scene where we're working the bridge and Poe Dameron comes with the fighters and they come save you and your story. Have it have been Luke Skywalker. Like have R2D2 on the Star Cruiser. You know, those changes would have made a huge difference in people paying big amounts of money to go there. They don't want to see Rey. I'm sorry, and Kylo Ren. They don't want to. Don't believe me? Look at how much money you made. You would have doubled that money easily with original trilogy characters. I have zero doubt. And
I
the
would
experience was fun. It was cool. I
I
liked it.
don't I don't think they'll ever bring it back though.
I don't think so.
I
Probably
think
not.
what he could do, because here's the thing, he could have done all that when he was executive of park experiences. He could have done
Listen,
that. He,
back to it,
he didn't do
Galaxy's
it then.
Edge,
He's not going to do it now.
whatever we're gonna call it. It was such a huge missed opportunity. Okay, they they should have done what Universal did and had all the places that people want to go to. Let us go to those places, and that's what we want to see. That's what we want to experience. Not your own stuff that you created. There can be some of that, but give the people what they're dying to see. Hoth or, you know, Dagobah
The
or
cantina.
the Cantina or
Could you imagine having all the aliens from the cantina like eating and drinking with you, and he like
yeah,
turn around and
they could have done it in a way where they were animatronic and you didn't have
yeah,
to necessarily be. They could have been at another level higher where you could see her, but you can't interact with them too much. You know, it was just such a huge miss. And I
Yeah.
take my kids there all the time. We have annual passes. I live in Orlando, but I think they tried to force what they thought they wanted us to have, and just people have resisted for a long time. I know some people like it, but for the most part, I think at least 70% probably are like, meh. We want other stuff, and
I know. So who man, her name, Dana Walden, who's taking over for him, she is big on story. I'd be very curious to know if this announcement of Galaxy's Edge and everything that's changing and happening, how much of it has to do with this mix up of her, like so David earlier was saying, like, did Dave know a while ago? I wonder if Josh and Dana and Iger and the whole everyone knew, and Dana's like, these are my ideas from a storyline perspective. This is what people want. So how do I bring that into the parks? Like, how much of it is her? Because I have more faith in that scenario than Josh being able to make bigger decisions about changing what he's done with the parks thus far.
that's what I'm talking about, Adam. The price was high. It was a lot of money.
It
I
was
get it. It is
literally went
very,
to France.
huh?
That cost me and my husband, we were planning it out. Do we do 2 nights at Star Cruiser or do we do 2 weeks in Paris? And it was the exact same cost. And we did 2 weeks in Paris.
No doubt it's expensive, but that's what I'm saying is, like, if you're going to spend that much money, you really want to get the stuff that you love. I mean, it was cool to see Ray and Chewbacca was on the ship, and it was interesting that they had created their own characters. But if you're going to put out a premium product like that, you've got to really give people the stuff that they really wanting. It's expensive,
Yeah.
and not a lot of people want to fork out, for, it's the characters that I'm meh about. They'll fork it out for, Darth Vader boards the ship and stormtroopers, put you in the brig and lock you up. You know what I mean? Like original trilogy stormtroopers, or maybe Boba Fett comes on board. Even if it's Mandalorian timeline, you could still have many of those characters. Remnant troopers. You could have had Boba Fett with Fennec Shand. Maybe
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe Ahsoka is part of the story. That would have been cool. Luke
Yeah.
still could be in the background. He could still have come on with the, to save the day in the starfighter battle with the bridge. I don't know. I mean, it didn't work. It didn't work. And to say that didn't have anything to do with the timeline, I think is just silly.
Yeah.
That'd be like saying it doesn't matter what performance you're going to see, like who you're seeing in concert. You know what I mean? Of course you care who's at the concert. You're not just going to pay for any performer.
right,
Yeah.
right.
You might be like, would you spend $3,000 to go see Prince, or would you spend $3,000 to see Earth, Wind, and Fire? You know what I mean?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Duh.
I mean, they're awesome. It was not a good example.
No, you picked two really good bands.
But let's face it, Prince has that, oh, it's Prince. You have to go see Prince. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens as a
There are
park
some people.
goer, as a movie lover, as a show. I love all the shows and stuff too. So I'm very curious how all this is gonna go. If they're gonna pull away from the Disney Plus and movies and focus a lot more on the parks experiences, or if they're gonna go the opposite route.
I don't know. I mean, listen, there's a huge demand for Star Wars. It's just that
Yeah.
everybody's frustrated and feeling like Disney doesn't want to give them what they want.
Well,
I think the worst thing that could happen.
Huh?
We're going to get Darth Vader in the park, right? And
Yeah.
original release.
April
April,
28th or 29th.
No,
Okay.
we're still not getting it here, which is frustrating.
Yeah, only in one park, Disneyland, which is a smaller park, which
Star Wars night tickets are on sale, Craig. I will buy you a ticket. We will all go together. And you get to meet all of them.
Yeah. Well, when would that be? I guess for Celebration?
May the 4th. No. Well, I don't know if Star Wars night probably won't line up with Celebration. But we'll go to Disneyland when you guys are here.
Celebration.
Huh?
When we did Celebration in Anaheim, we did Star Wars night.
2022.
But was it in July? Because isn't the Celebration in July?
No, it's always
Or is
in
it
April.
in April?
Yeah,
Oh.
usually
Then yeah,
Easter
well,
weekend.
So this year, Star Wars night is 2 nights at the last week of April, and then May the 4th and another, either May 1st or May 6th. They're only doing 4 nights of Star Wars night this year, and they used to do at least 5-6 nights.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was cool to do it when we were there for Celebration.
Yeah.
And who plays Ayala Secura? Amy Allen?
Yes.
When we were coming out, we were in like the Millennium Falcon ride, and she came out like right in front of us. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. The Force was with us.
I honestly think the worst thing that could happen with all of this is absolutely nothing changes.
That would be a shame.
Yeah.
But it feels like they are changing stuff little by little. And it seems like they got cues from fan suggestions, podcaster suggestions, and the whole Marvel Campus thing. Every time they drop a new series, they drop that character in the park. And it seems like that's been a hit. So
yeah.
Like maybe start doing that for Star Wars. I don't know if there's like a hit character.
They have been doing that for Disneyland. So when Luke showed up in Mandalorian,
yeah,
Luke was at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
When Mando showed up in Boba Fett, when I think
wasn't
Sabine
there a little bit
point,
of a wait though? It wasn't like immediate, was it?
No, I feel like I remember them announcing like, "Oh, Sabine will be at the park. Fennec Shan will be at the park," and stuff.
Okay.
When like the show, not the first season of Mando, they didn't do that for the first season. I think it happened like later on, like season 3.
Yeah.
Well, look, people would love to see Star Wars like it was and be excited for it. And, I think there's a lot of frustration. I hate that. I want to see Star Wars, people excited about Star Wars again. I'm really excited about Mandalorian. But the problem is we still haven't hardly seen anything. We've seen 2 trailers, they're almost identical. We need to see some more. The movie's coming out in 3 months, literally 3 months and a day.
Yeah, this weekend for the Super Bowl, we should get that commercial or trailer, whatever.
Which we've heard is not anything to be excited about.
What are you talking about, Craig?
What? I saw it on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
I saw it on Twitter. Tweet.
You can't believe everything Twitter says, Craig.
Oh, so you're excited? You think it's going to be good?
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get. I mean, I can't imagine we're going to get the same thing. I mean, that would just be weird. But
Especially for Super Bowl.
yeah, I mean, when you pay that much money for a Super Bowl spot, what is it like? $8 million, $10 million now?
I have no idea.
You're
gotta be a
paying a lot of
lot.
money. So I don't know. They are trying to make some changes at the park. I mean,
We
some
got to
might
be
say too little,
optimistic,
too
right?
late.
Let's be optimistic. They're going to try something new. They clearly
Yeah.
see that it's not working. They could see that.
Yeah.
They can't possibly be ignoring all the negative fan comments. I hate to say this, but Kathleen Kennedy, I think, is in denial about that she thinks it's a few select fans that are disappointed with the sequel trilogy. That I don't agree.
Oh yeah, I remember that comment.
I mean, that I just think is, I don't know how you could say that. There's no toys on the shelves. There's no toys on the shelves for the sequel trilogy. If kids were excited about these movies, they would be lined up like they were for episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? But there was nothing there and nobody was buying. Why is that?
Sad.
That was, and I have to say, like, do you guys know anything about Masters of the Universe?
Yeah.
No.
That was a huge part of my childhood.
Okay, so I grew up with that too. And the new trailer came out and people are so excited about this movie because you're getting characters that you've always wanted to see on the big screen for 30 plus years. Tell me where you've heard this before. Right? But hopefully in, the second coming of waiting for a 30 plus year movie, it won't be directed by Rian Johnson, where He-Man is living on an island as Prince Adam. He refuses to turn into He-Man, throws his sword away, and we don't see Tila, Man-at-Arms, and Orko for the whole movie together in one scene with He-Man, because that would be written and directed by Rian Johnson.
Tell me how you
There's
really
me.
feel, Craig.
I had a He-Man Christmas.
I have a Castle Grayskull and a Snake Mountain right behind me, like right over there.
So I know these names. I never have seen any of it.
Kind of
Though.
see a little better.
Yeah,
I'm like super white.
Is Jared Leto playing one of the characters?
He's playing the Skeletor, which I'm not too sure about. That's kind of like Jared Leto doesn't have exactly a great reputation with.
He's got the hardest working agent in the industry, that's for sure.
But the characters look true to like the cartoon or a mix of the cartoon and some of the other different series. So they looked really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys.
I recommended Bob try and bring some of them because the movie comes out the week before SpaceCon. So if this movie is huge, which it very well could be, that could bring a lot of people there. And it takes place on Eternia, which is a different planet. So
it works.
It's the theme of space. Yeah. And Bob commented on my comment. It said, did you see what it was, David?
I saw your comment that you made. I was like, cool, he made that comment, but I didn't see the response. See, Masters of the Universe, it's like Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings combined. That's what it essentially is. They're spaceships, but they're also wearing sandals.
I said to Bob on the SpaceCon, I said on the Facebook post, I said, look at the hype for Masters of the Universe. SpaceCon comes a week after the movie. Could be big with Masters of the Universe fans if you can get them. Idris is in the movie, and he said, I understand. So at least
that's not a no.
Considering it. At least not considering it. I mean, Idris Elba is a big name.
Yeah, he's probably the biggest. Well, I mean, Jared Leto.
He's probably bigger than Jared Leto, no?
You think so?
Everyone knows Jared Leto, but everyone loves Idris.
Yeah.
So that would be a massive name if he could get Idris.
That'd be cool.
And he's got one of the main parts, Man-at-Arms.
He's also been in the Alien franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
yeah,
he's
Mary brought it up earlier about making money with these projects and stuff. And it's like you look over at HBO and the franchise that we've been talking about this whole time since we got Disney Plus is Game of Thrones. We've been wanting Disney to do a Game of Thrones esque type show as
Oh,
far as
dude.
like
I don't think they're
runtime
gonna do it.
Yes,
and
please.
storytelling. All,
Yes,
even though
please.
the new Game of Thrones show is only like 30, 40 minutes long. I guess it took a cue from
Are
Disney
we
Plus.
are we talking about the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, Sir Duncan
Yeah.
Egg, the Adventures
Yeah.
of Sir Duncan Egg? I have been watching it, thoroughly enjoying
I
it.
haven't seen the new episode,
Thoroughly.
but
Oh, they're dropping another episode on the 6th, so it doesn't conflict with Super Bowl.
oh, nice. But
Yeah,
I've
Very
Friday.
I've
excited.
enjoyed
This
the show
Friday.
so far.
Yeah.
I had some theories. My theories were correct on this last
I have
episode.
some. I think I know what they are. I'm not gonna say it for spoiler's sake, but I
I'll
think I
text
know.
you later. I'll text
But yeah,
you
I would
later.
love
Wait
to
till I see
see a Disney Plus show that's like small and contained, but still has connections to the larger overall universe. And that's what A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is doing. And it's something
I
you
love
can
it.
make not super expensively. You could do it on the volume or whatever. Or you can go to a location and just shoot it all at one location. It doesn't have to be spectacularly big or anything. They could just do
Yeah.
something like that. And it seems like the people at HBO are kind of like setting the course for making the best possible show. It's fantastic.
This-
It's not a family show by any means, but
no,
it's
no.
it's really good storytelling and super connective in the universe.
I mean,
And
the
when
This
you know the
reminds me of that.
backstory,
that is Andor, you
Yeah.
know, with that kind of storytelling, that brilliant kind of acting and storytelling is Andor.
well, Andor was
So
super
this is-
big. It was so many locations and
Yeah.
different places. It's way too big to do that constantly because
Uh-huh.
they spent what $700 million on that show.
So-
It's like, yeah,
so
that's
you're
kind of
saying-
ridiculous.
You want like a Star Wars show that's like set on Tatooine only, and it's like you're in Mos Eisley dealing with the gangs of Mos Eisley or something.
Well, you could do this. You could do okay. So you show the Falcon leaving out of Echo Base, and you see Vader walk up with the snowtroopers, and then they leave, and they leave someone behind. They leave like a little like squad of like snowtroopers behind, and we see their story. And then there's some rebels like left behind, and they have to deal with each other. I mean, it could be as simple as that. I mean, that'd be really cool. You got Wampas out there, you got the Tauntauns, you got the freezing cold weather, you have the remnant of Echo Base, all the destruction there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This reminds me of that video you sent, David, where it was like people who are creating movies, Star Wars now, are people who grew up with Star Wars. So they're so stuck in this formula versus when Star Wars was first created, it was a mosh pit, like a mosh of like samurai, Western, and like sci-fi and stuff like that, and fantasy all mixed together. So it was all these different ideas just put together and created something new and stuff. And this goes back to why I say we need more non-Star Wars people creating Star Wars. Just like Tony Gilroy was not interested in Star Wars, did not grow up with Star Wars, wasn't a Star Wars fan, and then created something really great in Star Wars because it felt so authentic and more original. It wasn't following a formula like Marvel's been doing and like the Star Wars shows have been doing, because everyone wants so much like, this isn't canon, this is canon. Cool, let's just have a good story.
It seems like Taika Waititi has done that, and I'm interested
Yeah.
to see how good that's going to turn out because it seems
That's how
like
I
it's
feel
something
Starfighter's gonna
totally
be.
different,
Yeah,
like
but
off the wall.
that Thor movie was not very good.
But it's good that he
Ragnarok?
made that. So now that he sees that that's not the way to go,
Love
now
and
he
Thunder.
can like rein it
Oh,
back
Love and
in
Thunder,
a little
yeah,
bit.
that was awful.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder was bad, but Ragnarok I thought was great.
Yeah, it was solid, but how many times have you watched it?
Oh, that is very much a repeat watch movie for me. Ragnarok.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's one of the
think that-
best non-Avengers movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, Winter Soldier is the best.
Yeah.
Marvel.
It's,
Yes, I totally agree with Alexander on this one. Wonder Man, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. And again, it's another one of those Marvel. It's like a story within Marvel about a sub character that like is not known, not a big thing in the Marvel universe, and a great story.
All
Felt
right, I'll check
so
it out. I know
authentic.
nothing about Wonder Man.
Oh man, you should watch it, Craig. I think you would thoroughly enjoy it.
All right, I'll give it a try. I haven't
Yeah,
heard much about it.
and it's bingeable. It's they dropped the entire series. It's 8 episodes. Dropped the entire series all at once. Austin and I think we watched like 2 to 3 episodes a day, and
Okay,
we really, really enjoyed it.
I'll check that one out.
Yeah.
But a lot of the Marvel shows haven't been very good. So
No, I agree. I agree. And Wonder Man, I think Wonder Man is one of those things they took. I don't actually, who made Wonder Man? I'm not sure, but it
I know
doesn't
who made
feel
it.
like the normal formula.
Well, the person who directed it is Dustin Daniel Critton, the guy that did Shang-Chi and is doing the
Oh,
new
okay.
Spider-Man film.
Ooh, and I like the Spider-Mans, so that makes sense
Well,
to
I
me.
mean, this will be his first Spider-Man film.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like he's
Shang-Chi I
really
enjoyed.
talented.
I enjoyed Shang-Chi. I wish we got more. Like that end credit scene was such a great setup for something,
Yeah,
and it
that we
went
didn't
nowhere.
get. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, what do you guys think about Bob being replaced? I mean,
It's about time.
listen, the first reign of Bob, it was great.
He was
Was
like
Then
Jordan.
amazing.
when Chapek came in, it was I don't know what happened, but Iger was different the second time around. I don't know what was going on there, if it had to do with pressure on him behind the scenes, the board, who knows. But he did a great job the first time around.
Yeah, he bought Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah.
or Lucasfilm.
And he cleaned up the parks and he invested in like rebuilding them and everything. I think the second time around, he was like, I was done. I was out, I was done, and now I have to come back and clean it and fix it all and stuff. And it was a post-COVID world and a lot of things changed.
Who's Darth Ace? Hello, Darth Ace.
One of our Patreon members, Craig. Come on.
Darth Ace? They go by Darth Ace?
Darth Ace 1. Remember? Sound familiar? Or you
No.
don't pay attention in the beginning?
I'm usually passed out while David's talking in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, he just had a crazy run. Like, he could do no wrong. Pixar
Mhm.
worked out. The Marvel purchase worked out. He was hands off. They did their own thing. Bought Lucasfilm. So, yeah,
Yeah,
he
He
well,
invested. He
yeah.
definitely knew to invest.
Definitely.
it's tough because I'm sure coming on board, he must still in some ways kind of feel like Iger's the boss. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I'm sure there's gonna still be some.
Well, I mean, yeah, he
influence
technically
there.
is. I don't think it's till the end of this year that
Oh,
Tamara
really?
takes over.
I thought it was
Really.
March. I thought he was
Um,
taking over in March, and I think we said Bob was staying on as like a senior advisor.
What do we know about him? Mary, you seem to know a little bit about him.
Yeah, we read a whole
Josh?
article before you got here.
I went
Yeah,
on my
he's gonna
whole
start
rant
March
about Josh.
18th, and Iger's going to stay on until December 31st, so the end of the year. But
Yeah.
I mean, they've been working together this whole
Transition
time,
period.
so I don't think it's
Yes.
going to be that awkward or anything like that. So
They've worked together for a long time. When he was the executive over Disneyland park experiences, merchandise and stuff.
yeah,
And then he moved over from that and then Ken Patrick took over for him for Disneyland, and then now he oversees Walt Disney World, the cruises, and Disneyland experiences, etc. The thing about Josh is I had mentioned it earlier. He's great with people. He's very charming. He's very nice, but he's a numbers guy and stuff when it comes to experience. Like I mentioned earlier, Star Wars night used to be 6 nights out of the month between 2 months. I think maybe even more at one point. Cut it down to 4 nights.
Because it
stuff.
wasn't making quite as much, so he tried to squeeze it more out into 4 nights instead of 6.
The problem with and this goes into a bit of like a California issue versus a Florida issue is the cost of labor here is really high and stuff. And that's
Hmm.
why a big part of it, it's like you pay people minimum wage and stuff, and that honestly not enough with cost of living and everything. So it's like you pay people minimum wage here and you can only charge so much and everything. So it's like the reservation system is one of the big things that he fought really hard to keep here at Disneyland is because then you can control your labor costs. You know how many people are coming into a park that day, so you know exactly how much to staff. There's no more overstaffing or understaffing and stuff. Um
Put a park
he's
in Texas.
yeah, he's definitely a numbers dude and he will cut costs where he can cut costs.
$7.25 an hour.
Food quality, a huge one at Disneyland. I remember like the first food and wine festival in 2019, like pre-COVID was so great. Everything was so creative, a whole lot of new dishes. Now they're only maybe there's like they've taken away 3 booths. It used to be like 15 booths. They've taken away maybe like 4 or 5 of them and there's no food. It's like 1 food item per booth when it used to be like 4 food items and 2 3 drinks. Now it's all alcoholic beverages because they can't because they charge $20 a drink.
They need to park in the middle of the country because you'll have Disneyland on the far west, Disney World on the far right, and then you have Disney Galaxy in Texas.
That's not the middle, buddy. That's where David wants it. That's where
Texas is the
David wants
middle,
it, not the middle of the country.
right between Austin and San Antonio in that corridor.
Dude, wild. So yeah, like he's I don't know. Josh,
How is
I
Josh
just
going
don't
to
know.
take us seriously when you're saying stuff like that, David?
That's like serious money. It's $7.25 an hour, cheap right now. The housing market's going crazy here. Lots of houses being
know.
built. Lots of corporations moving here. A lot of LA people moving here. Mary's coming here in the future.
Are you gonna help me look for a house while I'm out there?
Sure.
After
Just throw a
Spacebound, we're
dart
all
at a
driving
map,
around going
and
house hunting
they're
for
all
me.
like way cheaper than California.
Dude.
Bob will let you move in. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's made all that room
Me-
getting rid of all of his cars.
Exactly.
Me and my husband and my dog.
I think it can work out.
I'm gonna message him right now.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Bob,
all right.
can I live
So
with you?
the Super Bowl is this Sunday. Do you
Yep.
guys think we're going to get a new trailer for Mandalorian?
I think we will get a trailer. I have very little hope that'll be what we want it to be based off of like just the information we've gotten thus far. So unless it's going to be like a completely new like half of the movie
I mean,
new
they
like
could-
a completely new scene or it'll be very similar to what we're already getting with maybe a little of an extension because that's what they just did the last time they dropped something, right? It was the trailer from Celebration. They just extended a scene or they added
yeah,
replaced a
it's
scene.
like a teaser. We're not even hearing anything about anything.
Literally nothing.
That's what I'm saying is like they got to do. If there's a Masters of the Universe trailer at the Super Bowl, it's going to crush Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm telling you right now, it will crush it.
Well,
If they show a little bit more to that movie, it will because people are so hyped for that movie.
Yeah.
And nobody's hyped about Mandalorian and Grogu.
okay, well, let's help them out. Like,
Even you
what?
guys are on the podcast. I'm probably the most excited out of everybody, and you guys
Well,
are
I'm
like,
excited.
eh.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
You
I
guys don't
just
sound
want
that
more
excited when we
information.
talk about it.
You know
Well,
what
I
it
don't want to
is?
be overexcited. You
I
can't be
don't-
too high or too low, Craig.
It's not overexcitement or underexcitement for me. It's I just want more information. I just want to know more of what's going to happen. I want
Got
Disney,
nothing.
I want Lucasfilm to be excited. Like that, I think that's why it's keeping me from being super excited and being like, I can't wait for this movie. It's dropping pretty soon, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm excited we're going to be there. I'm excited we're going to see it and everything like that. I'm excited to see what happens. But it doesn't seem like Disney and or Lucasfilm are excited because they're not talking about it. So that's concerning.
Well, Alex, is saying the Mando trailer was not good. Here's the thing, though. It's only a teaser. It's basically a teaser trailer with a bunch of montage things with a few action scenes. It's Grogu crawling through a tunnel and swimming for 2 seconds. Like, how are we supposed to get excited for that? Like, I mean, let's be honest. Who's going to get excited about? Like, okay, he's
One more
swimming.
time. One more time for anybody who missed it. Oh man.
Okay, so
Nobody's
if we
that.
work for Lucasfilm marketing, what do we do to make people excited for Mando
Well,
Grogu?
we have to know
A
what was
new
in the movie.
trailer.
Okay, a new trailer. Do we show them essentially everything and maybe
Oh,
leave like
no.
one surprise? Okay.
No,
Well,
you
how do
don't-
we do
no.
it then?
You definitely don't show them anything, but you give them an idea of what's the context of the story is. Where something about we're dealing with remnants of the Empire, and the Empire is rising up in different sectors of the galaxy, and we need to help to investigate what's going on. We're overwhelmed.
You know what
So
I
we're
really want? I
hiring
want a
bounty
media tour.
hunters. Huh?
I want a media tour. Dude, Sean Levy is out here talking about Stranger Things. We don't know everything that's happening in Starfighter, but how excited are we? Because now we know there's a lightsaber fight. We know who's going to be in it. We know certain little parts. Sean Levy's excited about it. He's talking about it. He's answering the questions, but I don't know really what's going to happen in this movie. I have some glimpses and some ideas. I think I want a media tour. I want Pedro Pascal. I want I want Dave Filoni out there being like, dude, we're so excited. This is going to be great. Bryce Dallas at LA Comic-Con. Someone asked her about Ahsoka season 2. She gave a great little 2-second thing. It's romantic, it's exciting, it's beautiful, etc. I'm excited for Ahsoka season 2. That's what I want. I want the people who are creating it to be out here talking about it.
We need a real trailer.
Yeah.
We don't have a real trailer 3 months out from this movie. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, that first trailer was a real trailer, but I mean,
How?
like you said, it was
a montage sequence. It's not a real, like, was there any even dialogue? Hardly anything. It was like, what, maybe Sigourney Weaver saying something?
Yeah, I don't even think she says anything. I think she just grabs the thing from Grogu.
All it was like, baby, or something like that.
Yeah.
Babu Frick. Is that the only words in the trailer? Like,
I think so.
What's his name? The Hutt. Stinky.
Rada.
What's his name?
Stinky.
But what's his
Rada?
real name? Rada? All we get is we got and this.
Dude.
Well,
you know what? How upset would you be if there was no Mando trailer and it was actually a Starfighter trailer? Like, everyone's just giving up on Mando.
You're like,
let's just move on.
They can't do that. They can't abandon this movie. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
Do you think that Dave Filoni and them are just not good with like media tour press stuff, or do you think they are banking on the original popularity of Mando to get this movie to be sold out in theaters and to get
strategically,
they think people naturally be excited?
It's like 4 years too late strategically, marketing wise. This thing should have come out right after season 2, or maybe this should have been season 2. It should have
been season 3.
There was just massive popularity when we found out about Baby Yoda and hit like all 4 quadrants of every demographic, and everyone knew about it. And it was like, you have to put a film out immediately.
What did you call him?
I don't know what I call him.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they knew him as. We didn't know he was Grogu in season 1.
He has a name, David.
Well, listen, I'm fine with it coming out now, but you still have to get people excited to see it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then you're letting the movie down, and then you're going to blame the movie when it doesn't succeed. But
do you think the movie is a placeholder?
Huh?
Do you think the movie is just a placeholder? Like they they have to do this because it's a part of the bigger story?
No, this is Star Wars. That would be nuts to do that. That would be crazy for them to use Star Wars as a placeholder. That would just,
Usually they do that because there's some kind of licensing contract or something.
and not only that, now Filoni is head of Lucasfilm, and this is his project with Favreau. So they want this to be good. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good look for Filoni coming on board and taking over.
Yeah, you're right. And also Zeb is extremely expensive to do. So,
I mean, they did it with Jar Jar Binks 20 years ago. What's the difference?
well, he looks better.
Jar Jar looked fine. He still
Huh?
holds up. He still looks fine. Nobody looks at episode 1 and goes, "Oh, he looks terrible."
You're
Maybe,
right.
maybe episode like 4 Jabba the Hutt looks pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
That looks pretty rough, but Jar Jar looks fine, and that came out 20 years ago. Why is that more expensive than Zeb now?
I don't know. That's what I thought we were talking about a long time ago, is like how expensive it is to do
I think I
Zeb.
know the answer to that. Because there's a lot more movies that utilize the same people, so they have to rush, and everything's not as good looking as it was in the very beginning when it looked really great. When you look at Jurassic Park, the original film, looks fantastic, and all the successive movies after that don't look as great. So, I mean, back then you could put a whole lot of love and care because there was only a few movies doing it. Now everybody's doing it. Everything's a blockbuster. Everything's a
No,
sequel.
it's
Everything
Lucas,
has to be
so
bigger.
you would think that Lucasfilm would be top priority.
Well, I
for-
mean, Luke's face
Mm.
in Luke's face at the end of season 2 is not great.
Yeah.
and they haven't gone back to fix that, which is,
Nope.
if you see Josh, if you've been bumping to Josh, you tell him to get that fixed. Okay.
I will. I'll let him
You
know.
tell him that Craig 5 said it from Star Wars Stuff Podcast. He'll know.
Yep.
He's probably listening right now. This is how he's celebrating his
He's
new
watching
position.
us.
He's watching the podcast with us tonight.
Yeah.
He's having some laughs. He's kicking back. He's enjoying my Grogu.
Oh. Yeah, well, like I said, I think the worst thing that could happen with the Josh, Bob, Dana move is nothing changes. What's
I
wild
don't
is
think there would
everybody's
have been
getting
a
rid of their
shakeup
CEOs.
already. I don't think they would have allowed a shakeup if they didn't plan on for some changes to happen.
Well, I think do you think it's coincidence, contract, or all planned out for Kathleen and Bob to both be stepping away in the same year? Like, that's a pretty big coincidence, unless everyone signed a contract at the same time.
I think they did have contracts.
Okay.
So I don't think now it definitely isn't coincidence that they announce all these changes to the park and then Kathleen Kennedy steps down the next day.
Yeah,
That
but I
was-
think the park stuff is more of the Josh Bob situation more than Kathleen.
Sure. But I think Kathleen was keeping pressure on it. Let's know the
Oh.
sequel trilogy. We gotta push those storylines. It's a
Yeah.
minority of people that are complaining every single day for the past decade. Even though sales are down 80%.
Oh, it's a big number.
I pretty much made it up, but
Craig. Oh my God. I was like, where did you get that? That's a
Okay.
big number.
but it sounded good. Josh, even
did.
Josh dropped his popcorn. He's like, ah.
Oh man. Well, I mean, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. All right. So the other big story that I'm really interested to hear what your thoughts and opinions are.
I hate you.
Why is David laughing already? I don't even know what this is about.
Well, I mean, it's a serious subject, and I laugh a lot. So, it was found out, I think, by some fans that somehow, and we never talk politics on the podcast, and we probably never
I
will.
love
But
democracy.
this
I love the
is
republic. The power you give to me, I will lay down when this crisis has abated. How'd I do?
I was gonna say the only thing we talk about is politics.
well, like real world politics stuff. Because of course, I think most people want to listen to us just to kind of get away from all that stuff. But this is a big Star Wars story, so I think we probably will not do it justice if we don't talk about it. So there's a report out that somehow the company that owns Reed Pop, and if you don't know what Reed Pop is, they're the third party that runs Star Wars Celebration. They hire the people, they essentially run the event, they train the people to run the event. We've talked about
Sorry,
them in
did
the
you say they
past.
train the people to run the event? Hold on.
Well, maybe
That
not. Maybe they just hire
information
the people and
is
leave. I don't
inaccurate
know.
right
They
there.
hired the people, put them in a spot, and say,
They
"Tell people to
hire
go
the
this way."
people to go to the event and not know what they're doing.
Right.
I'll give you that.
Which is always interesting because wild situations arise. But somebody found out that the parent company of Reed Pop uh, gives information and maybe gives money. I don't know. There's some correlation to ICE, the government entity that is essentially rounding up like immigrants, illegal immigrants, so to speak. And I'm not too familiar with the politics stuff. I watch it kind of on the surface, but a lot of Star Wars fans are saying they're going to boycott Celebration now until Disney Celebration separates itself from Reed Pop, or Reed Pop makes a change or something. So I wanted to
I think
hear
it's
what your
Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm, not Disney. Lucasfilm is one who contracts Reed Pop.
I'm all
Okay.
for getting rid of Reed Pop, regardless of what's happening with ICE. So let me stand firm on that, because they have put on disasters of shows. They do not know what they're doing. They don't train anybody. The lines are a nightmare. Nobody knows where anything is. All the lines are interconnected. The lines
Yeah.
for the autographs are horrendous. So
Yeah, and it's a complex thing. I mean, it's everyone's choice. Everyone's free to do what they want. If they want to boycott it, that's fine. I
Definitely
just don't
get your
understand.
information.
Yeah, I don't understand the nuances of it, because on the surface level, to me, I was like, well, if they're taking our information, I mean, you would figure they'd already be taking our information because you give it all to them when you buy a ticket for Celebration. And then these days, in like the social media era, they once you give them their information, they usually sell it to some other entity, and then that's when you get like targeted ads.
yeah,
You get phone calls, all that stuff. So we already kind of knew that was happening, but essentially our information is getting sold to, I think, ICE. So
ICE and DHS.
yeah,
I mean, I honestly haven't heard anybody complain about it. I haven't seen one post about this. Not one.
I've seen some people on my feed say they're just going to boycott Celebration, the next Celebration, until something happens, something changes. So I mean, I'm not quite sure about the whole thing. I think I still need a little bit more information. And Reed Pop actually did put out a statement saying that no, we didn't sell your information. No, we're not connected to any other entity. But I mean, people claim that they've looked it up and done the research and vetted it out and claimed that there is a connection.
I mean,
So,
I think if there's real truth behind it, more information would come out and it would be a big story or a bigger story. But I haven't seen even one post about this. So could be exaggerated, could be misinformation. Too early to say. But there's certainly, I haven't seen anything about this yet.
Mary, what are your thoughts on it?
I think you should, if this is something that's really important to you, do your homework, right? Like look into it, all those things. Look into the other companies that also do this and stuff. Like if this is something that's very important to you, like you know, do your homework, get your information, and make the decision that's best for you and your conscious and stuff. I think when it comes to celebration, the people I think about are the people who are kind of victims in all of this, in the sense of like they work, they're just trying to get a job. They're working for Reed Pop, the people who work at Lucasfilm who are not the owners and the people making the big dollars and stuff. Like when you don't go to celebration, when you don't go to events like this, those are the people that you're really hurting and stuff. But again, like at the end of the day, you need to do what's best for you and your conscience when it comes to this situation, because it is a really sensitive situation and it affects so many people on so many sides and stuff. So for me, I'm definitely going to do more research. I'm going to do my homework about it. I'm going to see how things kind of play out a little bit more and stuff. So that's all I
Yeah.
can say on it with the knowledge that I currently have.
Yeah. Here's a statement that Reed Pop released. I'll put it up on the screen here. It says, "We hear you and want to correct some false information that has been circulating on social media. We at Reed Pop do not sell customer information to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Reed Pop/RX operates entirely at arm's length and independently. None of our data is shared for marketing or commercial use by any other entity within our parent company. We remain committed to creating safe, inclusive, and welcoming environments. Our community is made up of people from different backgrounds and identities." I agree with that. We stand by our principles of inclusion and belonging. We see you, we hear you, and all you are welcome here. If you want more information on how we collect, use, and protect personal data, please see the RX/Reed Pop privacy policy at privacy.rxglobal.com.
I think that's really responsible of them as a company to make that statement, give the links, say, come look at this. Like, we are not hiding anything. We're being honest and truthful and stuff like that. So, as a
Yeah.
company, I really applaud them for making that statement and giving the link so that you can do your research and your homework when it comes to it.
Yeah, that first week this came out, there was a lot of talk about it, and it seems like it's died down a lot, but it might be for other news reasons. I don't know. So
I guess we'll have to see how this shakes out. I'm not sure how much our listeners are interested in this. Has anybody commented? What are their thoughts?
no, nobody's commented, but if you go on Instagram, I'm looking and I see Chris is commenting as usual. Let me see. Chris says, no, they don't give information. They have multi-million-dollar contracts with DHS and ICE. So it's the contracts that they have with those two organizations. They don't give our information away, because that's what originally I think I heard come out. I was like, well, I mean, anytime I submit my information anywhere, I'm like, well, this is kind of out of my hands. I mean, yeah, you would hope it doesn't get circulated places, but I mean, you end up with emails and random phone calls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of the reality of it all. If you want to do stuff, if you want to buy stuff, that's kind of what happens sometimes. So
Yeah. I know, like, majority of cell phone providers have the exact same contract. So if you have a cell phone,
I don't know.
yeah.
I really haven't heard anything, and I think it would have been a bigger story, or it would be a bigger story if there was more truth to it.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just false reporting, or maybe maybe there's something there, but not quite what would upset everybody enough to get everyone riled up. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'd be very curious if more information comes out one way or the other before sales happen, because sales happen in 2 months, right?
Do they?
Yeah, you would think so in April. Yeah, that's the traditional selling point for celebration tickets.
So
Yeah,
Hopefully
we'll just be
Josh
one
is
year away.
going to send us some VIP tickets. Come on, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
helping you out. I'm telling you how to take my money.
Yeah, we gave him
I'm
some great
begging.
ideas tonight.
I'm begging you, Josh.
Yeah.
Let's get some original trilogy stuff. At are we calling it Galaxy's Edge now? I don't even know.
Star Wars Land.
Is it called just Star Wars Land now?
No, it's still called Galaxy's Edge, but I mean that's what it's transforming into.
Yeah.
And that what's crazy is like when it first opened, that's what everyone was calling it. It's Star Wars Land. Where's Star
Mhm.
Wars Land and stuff, right? And everything. And everyone's like, no, it's Batu. It's Galaxy's Edge. It's its own thing and stuff. And it's like, well, from the get go, this is what people wanted. They wanted Star Wars Land, where they can go and hang out with Star Wars characters and
Yeah.
do Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy to me? There's only 2 rides.
You
Is
guys
that
only have the same two, right?
yeah.
Millennium and Rise.
Is that not bizarre to create a whole area and only have 2 rides?
I
And
think
they
it's
haven't even it's not like they've said we have a 3rd one coming
no.
or anything like that. It's like
Disneyland doesn't have the space.
Disney
I don't know about Hollywood Studios.
there's definitely enough space.
Disneyland definitely doesn't have the space. I know what's weird the thing for Disneyland is the marketplace, Savvy's workshop, the Droid Depot, all the cantina, everything is very much more our Galaxy's Edges. Come experience things. Come to Oga's, get a drink,
Sure, we
listen,
have
watch
that
DJ
too.
Rex, right? So it's more
Yeah.
about experiences versus the rides there.
I don't know. I think you should have 4 or 5 rides there. How many does Universal have for Harry Potter? Any idea?
Hagrid's, the flight. I think it's like 3.
And then what about there's the train one?
The
And I
train,
think
Hagrid's.
The train is actually like physical transportation, right?
I think so, but
It's
I
more
think
like
it
a
also
yeah.
does like shows something when you're going. I don't know.
I don't
I
think the California one has the train.
But
Mm.
they do have a big area that feels like the parts or that are the parts of the movie.
Diagon
And that's
Alley,
the
yeah.
difference. All the alley and the what I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I do know that the areas are the places that you would love to go to when you're watching the movies. With Star Wars, you're not getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference. So maybe they correct that. That'd be great if they did.
I don't know. I think at least for Disneyland, I don't think that's an option. There's just like no space there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
there's space in Orlando. They could do another park. If they wanted a Star Wars park, they could do it.
here they're doing the Disney Forward program where they're going to take these lots that they own around the city of Anaheim and turn it into smaller little park kind of situations where you can take at Walt Disney World you have the bus system, same idea
Mhm.
and stuff. I know they're going to do like a Moana space. I don't know potentially what they could do if they wanted to expand Galaxy's Edge because what's behind it if you go to Disneyland and you take the tram, you can see kind of through the gate is like this huge storage area that's right behind Galaxy's Edge. If they take all that storage and move it to one of these lots, then they could potentially expand Galaxy's Edge and then it would be literally right up against the parking structures
Okay.
and stuff. If they did that, then they would have enough space for a ride, but I think they don't want to get that close to the parking structure.
I don't know. Orlando's a different story. They could do a whole nother Star Wars park if they wanted. But I'm surprised they haven't. But they don't seem to have a clear direction with Star Wars
No.
either. If they had a clear direction, that would be another story.
Yeah.
But, you could build a park where it's, the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the Mandalorian timeline, and that's it. Those 3. You're good. I jokingly left out the sequel trilogy.
Well,
We
I mean, you already
noticed.
have Galaxy's Edge. So that's there. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty much it.
Well, I think by next episode we should be talking about a trailer, right?
Fingers crossed.
Probably, yeah. We'll go through it. I guess maybe Monday night because Sunday I'll actually be out of town.
Watching.
So. Unless you guys want to do it, I don't have to be on here. If you want to break it down.
What?
I
Sunday
will
night?
also be watching the game.
Oh.
Okay.
So in the new trailer, we're going to see Grogu do this 5 times.
Not 3.
Not just the 3. It's going to.
And maybe some bubbles.
Maybe we'll get an
Much
actual
different.
line.
Much different. And this time, instead of Rhoda going like this, he's going to be like,
Dude,
So instead of a back shot of Rada, we're going to see the frontal shot of Rada.
Yep.
Rada. Apparently, he's got like an 8-pack or something.
that's so weird.
Yeah. And I've heard a rumor that he's like the co-star of the film. So he's going to be like inching around.
he'll wiggle.
Like, how does he move?
Like
You know
this.
what's weird? So Jeremy Allen White was on Smartless post-production of this.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean Hayes is a huge Star Wars fan. Didn't bring it up once.
Oh gosh. Maybe. Well, I
No.
mean, maybe he knows. Like, he can't talk about it.
But why? Can't even ask a question. Did you enjoy filming?
Yeah.
What
I
was
mean,
it
yeah, that type of
like?
stuff that would help the marketing. You know, like
Yes.
be like, yeah, ask me something. I'm just gonna say I can't talk about it, and then like mention something and just be coy about it. You know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We'll be back soon, hopefully with a good trailer to talk about.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
For Greg 5 Mary, my name is David. May the force be with you.
Always.
This is the way.
I have friends everywhere.
Say something, Greg. He just left. All right.
Bye, Craig.
See you next time. Do your Rada dance. do the walking Rada.
How did that go?
Is he gonna slither like a snake, or do that like
has
Coach
to.
Craig did?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a snake.
I think it's gonna be like an inchworm.
No.
that would be.
I don't think he's
Even
gonna snake it.
weirder.
Yeah. All right.
Gosh, I hope not.